Are those pesky mosquitoes taking a bite out of your summer fun?
Well, we have some tips and tricks to make those buzz away from you and your family.
And we'll teach you how to do it yourself on this episode of DIY Today. Hello everyone, I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jaima.
And welcome to DIY Today, a new program from BTN TV where each month we take a look at some creative and fun crafts and projects that you can do yourself at home.
Here in Northeast Tennessee, most of us spend our summers surrounded by water. Whether it's the lake, the river, or a creek in the park, these spots equal tons of fun in the sun.
But we're not the only ones who enjoy all that water. Ponds, puddles, empty tires, and trash cans are all breeding grounds for mosquitoes. We've probably all had one of their itchy bites at one point or another, but some new concerns are making headlines.
By now you've probably heard of the dangers of the Zika virus, which can be spread by the bite of an infected mosquito. Symptoms of the Zika virus can be very similar to the flu or bad allergies and may include things like fever, a rash, red eyes, or joint, muscle, and headaches. Now, people rarely get sick enough from the Zika virus to go to the hospital, and it's rarely ever fatal. But women who are pregnant or may become pregnant could spread the virus to their unborn children, potentially resulting in some serious birth defects.
Like they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And with no known cure for the Zika virus, there are still plenty of ways to protect you and your family from the Zika virus.
After the break, we'll get started with some all-natural DIY mosquito remedies that you can make at home. We're back, and Brittany is going to show us how to brighten up your outdoor space while keeping those mosquitoes away.
Today we're making a bug repellent mason jar luminary. The first thing that we're going to need to do is fill our mason jar about 3/4 of the way full with some distilled water. And this is going to keep those pesky mosquitoes away from your outdoor party. The second thing that we're going to need is Lavender Essential Oil. And we're going to need about 10 drops of our essential oil.
Now, where can we find oils like this?
You can find these at your local health food stores. I think also like local Walgreens and CVS's carry some of these as well.
Okay.
The next one that we're going to use is lemon essential oil, and you'll also need 10 drops of this.
I can already smell it over here.
It smells really good.
The lemon does.
The next one is citronella, and another 10 drops. And then finally, we're going to use some cedar wood, and that's also 10 drops. Okay, and then after we get all of our oil in there, we're going to add 2 slices of lime and 2 slices of lemon. Then we're going to fill our mason jar the rest of the way up, just to the brim. And then we're going to take 2 rosemary sprigs, and we can use these to stir some of that essential oil around. And then just place it down in there. See how pretty this already looks?
It smells good too.
It'll be a really nice centerpiece for any kind of like outdoor meal that you're having. And then we'll add our floating luminary candle. And then finally, we're just gonna light our candle. And then that should keep those pesky mosquitoes away.
That'd be perfect for an outdoor cookout or family reunion or any of the other stuff that happens over the summer.
Right, yes it would.
We'll be back in a moment, and Jaima is going to show us some ways to repel mosquitoes on the go, so stay with us. Welcome back. Now, candles are definitely a great way to repel mosquitoes while you're sitting outdoors, but what about when you're in the woods or even just working in your yard? Jaima's here to show us how to make an all-natural DIY bug spray.
First, you need a travel size squirt bottle and some witch hazel. Fill the bottle with your witch hazel, and then you need some essential oils. First, we're going to use lavender. You need about 6 drops of lavender. Six drops of citronella. And finally, lemon. And you need about 6 drops of lemon.
So these are some of the same scents and oils that we found in the candle earlier too.
Yes.
And as a mom, this is a really good alternative to the DEET and other chemicals that are in these bug sprays.
It's perfect for children. Okay, then you can stir it around and you have a great all-natural spray that you can use.
We'll be right back with more after this. Welcome back. Candles and sprays are the most common things we use to keep mosquitoes at bay, but did you know that plants around your home and garden can help too? Here's John to tell us a little bit more.
You've probably noticed that some of the scents we've used in these other projects have been the same, and they represent some plants that you've probably had around your house before. Things like basil and lavender, things that you might even cook with, can also be used to repel mosquitoes. Even if you just have a few plants planted outside of your home, it might keep the mosquitoes from buzzing near your steps or your doors or entryways. Some other plants you might not expect, though, are things like catnip. It's a member of the mint family, but that strong smell can actually keep mosquitoes away just as well as some of the other scents we've talked about today. There are some plants that you can find at home improvement stores that actually market themselves as mosquito plants, and they say they're part of the citronella family. In fact, they're really not. The smell is kind of the same, but research has actually shown that they really don't do much at all to help keep the mosquitoes away. If you want to plant actual citronella, it looks more like a lemongrass and sits pretty low to the ground, but you can still find it to plant around your home. You've noticed we've used a lot of lemon in some of these projects, and lemon balm is another great plant you can use, and of course it smells good. You could even take a few leaves and put it in your lemonade or your iced tea. But be careful if you're planting it near other plants outside, because lemon balm does have a tendency to spread since it is part of the mint family, so it will kind of take over your garden or your other plants if you're not careful. Something else that you might not think about, we've obviously got rosemary here in our candle. You can take rosemary sprigs and even sprigs of sage and other herbs like that that are really strong and pungent, and if you're at a bonfire outside, just toss them in the fire, and that the smoke and the incense that they give off will actually keep mosquitoes away from your whole group.
Well, it looks like we've got some gardening to do.
Yeah. Well, if you've enjoyed all of our DIY mosquito remedies and you're eager to try them for yourself at home, or if you'd like to watch this episode again, just go to www.bristoltn.org and click on DIY today.
We'll see you next time with more crafts, projects, tips, and tricks that you can do yourself at home. See you then.